Welcome to a quick Craftyhallett video. This is a series of videos where I show you not only how to make a box but how to size up a box, because a lot of people struggle with sizing a box. So here is a cute little box that I made for 2 tea lights, and it has a simple built-in lid, and I'm going to show you how to size this up. So the first thing is what's going inside your box and how big is it. So we are using 2 tea lights, and you're going to need a ruler and a pencil. I'm going to work in inches just because I find it easier. The first thing that you do is line up your things that are going in a box and work out how wide your box needs to be. So in this case, I'm looking at this and it says 3 inches here, and if I line them up this way, my box is going to need to be 1.5 inches. So I always start with a piece of grid paper because I find, again, that easier. And I will draw 3 inches across because that's how wide my box is going to be, and I'm going to draw 1.5 inches up. So 3, 1.5. So that's the base of my box taken care of. And now I need to know about the depth. So my candles are just under 3/4 of an inch high. So I know that I'm going to need to have a piece here that's 3/4 of an inch, and a piece on the side here that's also 3/4, and a piece here that's 3/4, and a piece here that's 3/4. And let's put that like that. It's slowly starting to come together here. If you look across here, we know that that's 3 inches, and that's 1.5. And of course, once you know the basic principle of how to put this box together, you can do this for any size. So that's that little bit. And then the next piece that comes up is the lid that's going to go on it, which we know again is another 1.5 inches. So just add your 1.5 inches up. And then we know we're going to need another piece here, which is going to be the sides of our boxes, and they are again 3/4. And 3/4 and 3/4. Now on this particular box here, you'll find that I put an extra little wall here so that there's a flap that folds over. This just makes the base of the box stronger. And to remember how to do that, you just put another 3/4 of an inch on here on the bottom. So slowly but surely you will work out how big to make your box. So I know that I've got, this is for sizing up how big your piece of card needs to be. 2 lots of 3/4, 1 lot of 3, and 2 lots of 3/4. So that's 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 3 is 6 inches. So I know that my piece of card is going to be 6 inches across. And then again going up, I'm going to be adding 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 3/4 plus 3/4, which I know is another 6 inches. Now obviously if you're making a box for something a different size, your measurements are going to be different to this, and the purpose of this video is not necessarily how to show you how to make this box, but how to make a box any size you like. So once you've got your basic grid drawn out, you can pop that piece of paper to one side and have it in front of you and cut your piece of card to 6 inches by 6 inches. And here's one I did earlier. Now you want to work out where you're going to score, and that's fairly easy because we know that we're going to need, use on your score tool, use the small ball for cardstock and the large ball for DSP. So I know I need to score at 3/4 of an inch and 1.5 inches on both of the sides here. That's the 3/4, that's the 1.5. And I can already see that that's that bit of the box. And then I turn it this way, and I know that I need a 3/4 score at the top, and then I need to come along 1.5, so that will take me to 2 1/4, and then I know I need a 3/4 gap, so that will take me to 3, and then I know that I need another 1.5 inch gap, so that will take me to 4.5. And I know that I need a 3/4 take me to there. Oh dear, my measurements were just blowing my mind just for a minute. So that is now my measurements cut, my scores done for my box, and I can see that I've got 2 at the bottom, 2 at the sides. That's my hinge, that's my lid, and that's my single ledge for the top. You'll see it'll all become clear once we start cutting. So now I need to trim the bits away that I know I'm not going to need. And I always remember that this is a bit like a step. So I take my snips and I cut that bit off, and I cut this bit to be a flap. And I know that I've then got a flap there, and I do exactly the same on the other side. So I trim up, and again across and up, and this now is my base of the box ready, so I know that's going to work. And then for this one, I'm going to just trim straight up and straight up, and again, whatever you do to one side, do to the other side. I'm trimming up to the second score line. Now I know I'm not going to need such a long flap to go in there, so I can trim that one off at this point, and again at this point. Put those bits to one side, I'm not going to need them. Now I'm not doing a double layer for the lid because it would be a tight fit, so I know that I can snip that bit all the way off, and again what I've done to one side I do to the other side. And now I know I need to make a flap here for a tab, so I'm just going to snip in one side and snip in the other side. Now you can begin to see how my box is taking shape. Now obviously I would like you to use your bone folder to score these lines so that they are nice crisp lines. I'm just going to show you, and I'm not necessarily even going to stick this one, I might do, I don't know, but I'm just going to show you how the box comes together once I've scored these lines to make a nice crisp fold. I might use sticky strip. So just score these other ones across. And once you've got this basic principle of a box, you can size up your boxes to be any size you want to make any style. Here we go. Nice box sorted. And so when it comes to putting it together, you will fold these flaps in and glue this piece down. So you've got the 2 flaps that come in here, and then you glue that piece down, and the 2 flaps that come in on the other side, and you will glue that piece down. This may not want to stay because it's not being glued. I don't know, it might get it in. Might be a little trick of the light. I tell you what, let's not mess around. Let's put some sticky strip on it. And then you can see how it holds together. Now, I prefer to use wet glue when doing this, but obviously it will need time to stick together. And time is not what we have in this video, ladies, because you want to get on and make your box. So that one pushes in. Those tabs come together, and that one pushes in, and that one pushes in. And there we have the little base of our box. Our 2 candles, we can check they fit in. Oh, please let them fit. Yes, they do. And then for the lid, you just put a bit of sticky here and a bit of sticky here. Now, obviously, you'd use wet glue and you give time for it to dry. Pull those 2 up, and that is your lid for your box. And your job is done. Now, obviously, it's not going to want to close because I've not stuck it with proper glue. But that's your box, simply done. Now, in terms of putting some designer scrapbook paper on it to decorate it, I have a top tip for you. If you still have your catalogue, your summer catalogue that's good till the 2nd of June, you will notice there's a cover that comes off, Celebration is no more, and it's nice pretty designer scrapbook paper, so take it off carefully and use it. Nothing is ever wasted. So here are my little strips ready to go on, and you just stick them on and your box is finished. There you go. Thanks for watching.